Druid, the last of the classes that received a rework in the latest One D&D playtest. Last time we saw Druid, it got changed a lot, and their wild shape was changed to make people use stat block templates. Now some of those changes have been partially reverted, but there are a lot of other changes as well. Kobold! I'm very excited! Oh, that's very good, Gator. Anyways, welcome to Pack Tactics. Inside you, there are two wolves. Both of them have pack tactics. Channel Nature, a feature that was added in the last playtest, was short-lived. It's already gone. We now have Wild Shape again. And it's back at level 2 too. Similar to Paladin and Cleric, they now get more Wild Shape uses, but they don't get all the uses back on a short rest. Wild Shape is quite different to how it works in 5e though. First, any druid can transform as a bonus action now, not just Moon Druid. Second, instead of being able to transform into creatures of certain CR that you have seen or templates in the last playtest, you can now choose creature stat blocks of certain CR and make a sort of prepared spell list, but for animals. You get 3 at the start and can change 1 each day. In the last playtest with druids, they were only able to transform into tiny creatures from level 11 onwards, and the ability to fly and swim were both pushed back. This is completely undone, with swimming speed being possible right from the get-go. The rules for transforming are also different than in 5e. To summarize, you always get to speak in your wild shape. You retain any class features, species traits, languages, and feats. There is no longer a restriction of the beast being able to physically use them. Kobold! How many druids does it take to change a light bulb? I don't know, Gator. I'm kinda in the middle. It depends! Their ability to handle objects is determined by the form's limbs, rather than their own. Right. Well, anyways, potentially the biggest change is that their hit points aren't replaced with the beasts. Same as the last playtest. This means that druids don't really get anything to benefit their sturdiness by wild shaping. There's no HP buffer, you don't get anything. And you likely have lower AC by doing this. This makes it so druids should never fight in combat with wild shape. But you do make for a fantastic scout. You can become a rat or like a badger to burrow. But other than scouting, you should use your wild shape uses for other options, like creating a find familiar. While I'm not really a big believer in combat wild shapes in 5e either, I still think there should be some form of additional HP when transforming into a creature. If they don't change it, it's not the end of the world for me, but I have a good hunch that a lot of people are going to be mad because turning into animals is fun, so it should be effective at combat. But maybe they should make it clearer that normal druids shouldn't go guns blazing. Like barbarians! Yeah, like barbarians. Wait, are you doing bear puns? Anyways, the next feature is called Gilman's Guide to Speed. The guys over at Only Crits are making a source book for 5e that takes your adventures up in the clouds. Immerse yourself in a wind-born arcane punk-inspired world filled with high-speed racing. An exciting new gameplay not even I have experienced. The Kickstarter isn't ready yet, but they have an exclusive treat for you. If you sign up for the official Kickstarter pre-launch notification and back any of their Kickstarter packages within the first 48 hours of their campaign launch, you'll get a free set of dice from Only Crits. All you have to handle is the shipping cost, which will be processed post-campaign on backer kits. Another thing is, if you want to check out the guide early, Only Crits has their own Discord. You can get an exclusive chance to help playtest the book itself, gain early access to new content, and help shape the guide. If you're really good at homebrewing and you're super nice, then this is a massive opportunity for you to shine. Who knows? Maybe they'll ask you to be their wingman. Sign up for the early backer reward today and help optimize their community. And remember, if you ain't first, you're last. Back to the video. Next up, druids now always have speak with animals prepared. This is cute, but I would like it more if I could cast it once per long rest. You guys know the Tasha's Ranger? That can cast speak with animals once per long rest. So a ranger is better at being a druid than this druid. That's actually quite embarrassing. Just like clerics divine order, druids now get primal order. In essence, it's basically the same, except you get medium armor training instead of heavy armor training. Warden is basically a free feat compared to magician. Wild Resurgence from the last UA was moved from level 15 to level 5, though it shares no mechanics with its predecessor. It's nice, I guess. Elemental Fury is also similar to the Cleric's feature, namely Blessed Strikes. Again, my question is, why not just get both? I also find it weird that they're copying from the Cleric progression. I don't really know how to feel about that, to be honest. I mean, it's not the worst idea, but... At level 9, you get Commune with Nature. In terms of power and usefulness, this is nowhere close to what Cleric gets, which is Commune. The thing with Commune, if you really know how to use it, you'll be using it all the time. With Commune with Nature, you'll probably rarely use it. I think this is pretty bad. Elemental Fury is improved at level 15. I don't really think making the range of cantrips so big is a good idea. If you can outrange enemies and are quicker than them, then you default kill them. That's not good. I mean, sure, it is fitting for level 15, but I don't know. That's very bad! Okay. Anyways, Beast Spells is back, it's a level 18 feature again. And finally, Archdruid lost its component removing parts. I think that's unfortunate, though getting to make more spell slots is nice. Now we're done with the base class. I'm actually a little bit worried. So let's see what's going on with the subclasses. By the way, Gator, these jokes are starting to get unbearable. Unbearable! No, really, can we please press pause on the bear jokes? Pause! Oh my god, you're so annoying today. Anyways, Circle of the Land. It's actually quite good in 5e. I think it's a little bit underrated. I hope it's still good. Let's see here. You get to swap your biome every day now. That's super useful. I like it. There are, however, less options, but I think this is fine. There are some really good spells here. Even Fireball is in here, which is really good when you get it. Kobold! I love Fireball! I know you do, Gator. Anyways, Land's Aid, a new feature from Land Druid. It doesn't do amazing damage, but it's often going to be better than a cantrip. And it's not like a land druid should be transforming into animals most of the time. You can also use it for healing if you want. I wish this did a little bit more damage, but other than that, it's okay. Natural Recovery was delayed quite a bit from level 2 to level 6. But it allows you to cast one spell on your circle spell list for free. This means you have less resources until level 6, but afterwards you have more than what you did in 5e. Early game is the toughest resource-wise, so it's a pretty big loss at those levels, but overall I actually like it. Land Stride was originally here, but now it's gone, which is not a big deal. I like the changes to Nature's Ward. You get immunity to the poison condition and resistances. Their new capstone, however, is a different story. It reminds me of the Paladin feature we just talked about. I forgot the name of it. Don't get me wrong, half cover is fine, but at least for Paladins, there's more of a reason to be stacked up with a Paladin than a place with just half cover. Overall, I approve of these changes, but the ending is a little bit of a dud. I'm also worried about something else, and I'll talk about that at the end of the video. Next up is Circle of the Moon. At level 3, they get this feature. It allows them to transform into CR1 creatures. At level 6, you get an upgrade, but the upgrade can literally be at level 3. Why is this here? If you do 3 divided by 3, you get 1. It really doesn't make any sense why they did this. This is intentional blouts. Anyways, moving on. Moon Druid actually gets to have a decent AC in Wild Shape now, unlike other druids. Being able to cast Shield Spell with 17 AC from half play is actually pretty good. Together with temporary hit points that you get, they actually become pretty sturdy. Even if the hit points are basically always going to be lower than the hit points you would get in 5e, the increase in AC makes up for it big time. I like it. Combat Wild Shape actually allows Moon Druids to transform in combat again, even if its scaling isn't fantastic. The addition of Moonbeam isn't really exciting, but whatever, I'll take it. Besides the text I just complained about, level 6 allows Moon Druid to deal radiant damage instead of their normal damage. To me, it's not very fitting. I thought Force made sense, but whatever. Their level 10 feature is basically Misty Step with a few free casts. I don't feel like it's relevant to the subclass image, but being able to do it for free is nice, I guess. Even though elemental strikes from the last playtest sucked, it was more damage, and I would prefer more damage here. Their 14th level feature is just embarrassing. Who casts Moonbeam at level 14? Shared Moonlight is kind of funny, but it's not particularly strong at this point either. Anyways, before level 10, Moon Druid is actually stronger. And that's really good, because more playtime. But I still feel like they don't understand the point of the Moon Druid. Like, level 10 and 14 has nothing to do with transforming or becoming things, you know? Let's say, hypothetically, the capstone was, I can polymorph 2 of my friends. I would understand that, because that makes sense. But instead, there's this weird obsession with Moonbeam. Are you kidding me? Moonbeam? Just because it has moon in the name? What? Moonbeam is boring. I want to turn into a dinosaur. Are you kidding me? I can't even become the owlbear from the movies anymore. What the heck? Why? Did everyone at Wizards of the Coast forget about the movie? It was a good movie, so I don't understand. Next, Circle of the Sea. Oh, there's a new subclass. I didn't even realize there was a new subclass here. Almost all of their circle spells are primal spells. That's really disappointing. Wrath of the Sea is a little weak. Its push doesn't work very well because you cannot walk away after pushing them. They need to be close by at the end of your turn. And what enemies can't walk 15 feet to you? Zombies can walk more than 15 feet. You can combo it with Ray of Frost, but wouldn't it just be better just to move even further away? Well, there is the damage, but it's not half on a save, so it's not great damage at all. I guess it's okay when you get it, but At level 6, they get 1 extra prep and a swimming speed. Why isn't this just part of the level 3 feature? The water breathing part can just be part of the circle spells. I don't understand why this is here. At level 10, your Wrath of the Sea becomes a lot more useful. You get a fly speed equal to your speed, and you get resistance to cold, lightning, and thunder damage. At level 14, it becomes even more useful because you can give it to somebody else. Giving 2 creatures the aura at once can be a bit expensive, but it depends on your game. This is an incredibly boring subclass. It finally gets good at like level 10. I really have a hard time understanding the devs. Like, who in their right mind thought level 6 looked fun? The subclasses doesn't really save this class. Bard is going to overshadow Druid. The only clear advantage the Druid has over the Bard is scouting. That's it. So this class overall needs to be boosted, and super strong primal spells like Conjure Animals needs to be gated. If the Bard can pick up Conjure Animals, then this class sucks. But then again, that might not mean anything because Conjure Animals might have been nerfed to the ground. Time will tell. These are really dark days for Druid and Ranger. Their days are numbered. It really is. Anyways, end of video. Gator, you gotta tell me about the bear thing now. Kobold, I can't on video! Why not? Oh, I understand now. Well, anyways, what do you guys think of this new Druid? And what are your thoughts about the new Baldur's Gate that's coming out? I'm actually planning on making a little Let's Play of Baldur's Gate with my friends. So stay tuned for that. It's gonna be on the main channel. And one more thing, by the time this video comes out, I think the feedback is out. And if you watched all my videos, then you guys are already ready to give feedback. Anyways, if you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. And if you want to support me on Patreon, you can. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.